Last fall, Portland voters approved expanding the city council and lessening the power of the mayor.
And now there are some city commissioners who want to change that plan, although that didn't go over well at City Hall today. And that's where our Lisa Balick is live now with those details. Lisa, what happened?
Well, a lot of voters showed up here pretty angry about what they say. They are concerned that what they voted for may not happen. I talked with one of the commissioners who's looking to make some changes. He says he has a problem with the quality of candidates if the city council expands.
We're kind of at a moment of either speak now or forever keep your peace, truly. The train is on its way.
But Commissioner Gonzalez wants to make some changes to what that train is carrying. He and Commissioner Dan Ryan want to refer those changes to voters this fall to reduce the planned 12-member council down to 8 and give the mayor veto power instead of being a tie-breaking vote.
Specifically, what problem are you trying to solve by going from 12 to 8? Is this all about just reducing costs?
I think that it's both the question of cost and the question of quality of candidates and quality of council.
Afterwards, I asked Gonzalez what he meant by that. I'm having a hard time understanding quality of candidates. I mean, that's rather subjective as to
it's absolutely subjective. But I think if you look at that, it's, have folks have educational background to help manage a major city? Do they have histories of leadership? I mean, those are the type of things folks would typically consider for overseeing multi-billion-dollar budgets.
I asked the leader of the ballot measure support efforts her reaction to Gonzalez's comment.
I think the quality of candidates sounds a little bit coded to me, and it also sounds really subjective. I think what's important is that voters have an opportunity to elect their quality candidate, and that's exactly what this form of government is allowing them to do. So that is much more important than Commissioner Gonzalez's opinion on what a quality candidate means.
But it looks like at this point the votes aren't there to ask the voters for a do-over. Mayor Wheeler says he will not go against the will of the voters. Commissioner Mapp's now supporting what's in place, and Commissioner Rubio today saying the city council role is to ensure implementation. Okay, so what's next? Well, supposedly next week there is supposed to be the first reading and public testimony allowed on this perhaps referendum going to the voters. But I asked Commissioner Gonzalez if he doesn't have the support, is it going to go that far? And he told me probably not. We'll keep you posted. Live in downtown Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
There's going to be a lot of growing pains when you change a city's structure of government, and Portland's starting to go through that right now. Lisa, thank you.
As